Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon, and this is just a just because reading, seeing what's going on in the current energies for the collective. You know, just an energy check-in. The weekly reading was posted yesterday, so that is out and available for you guys. I still haven't decided if I am going to be doing mid-monthlies, but I will still be, doing the bonus mini read for whichever element, whatever element has the most views on the monthly readings for September. So, I was going to do it just because, but we can actually, what I'll do instead of doing the mid-monthlies is I'm going to just do a general mid-month, September check-in, which will be this reading right here. Just came to me like, just do it this way. So that's what I'm going to roll with, just flowing and rolling with the energy in the moment. But also, what I'll do is I'll pull advice for each element, and then that way, everyone is covered. So for the mid-month energy, as it pertains to the collective, I'm going to be starting out with an empowering question, to see what, we may need to, ask ourselves in this mid-month energy, whether it's something that, however and when it's playing out for you, there just may be something that, you want to ask yourself. And, we're going to, use the empowering questions because that's what, I'm feeling like we need. We need that empowered energy. Some of us need an extra little push, or some of us, need to go a further step, and see what's out there. So let's see what's going on. Because I did get, there was an energy of like holding, how can I put it, like holding back, some resisting. So, we need to come out of that energy. It's really of like stagnation that I was feeling from in the readings from the weekend vibe through even the counterpart video that I did leading into the weekly video that I just put out. So, that energy is still, hanging around. It's hanging around, but we're going to see what messages need to come through for the mid-month of September 2021. What empowering question is needed for the collective at this time to provide guidance, healing, peace, love, wisdom, acceptance, and understanding? Let's see what's going on in the current energies as it pertains to the collective for the mid-month of September. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to jump right in. Let's see. What needs to come through for the collective as it pertains to the mid-month energy? Oh, this is a good one. I like it. I feel like I want to get one more, so let me get one more, please. All right. So for the mid-month collective, the first question we have is, how have I become me? What am I like? So a lot of you, you know, with this mid-month energy, you may be, you know, I know that we have the Mercury retrograde coming up, but we are in the pre-shadow. And, you know, that energy, the retrograde energy in itself is, you know, is like a review of the past. So some of you, you know, may be, you know, looking back at how you have become who you are, you know, today. And, you know, some of you may even be wondering, how are you like? I feel like some of you, you may be experiencing you for the first time, which is definitely good. Like, it's good energy. Like, I like that. I really don't even have the words to express like how I feel about this energy, because it feels positive. It feels so good. And, you know, like, I mean, I can definitely, you know, resonate with this question, because I've always, you know, been the type of person to like do self-realization and self, you know, reflect on, you know, who I am. And it's not why am I like this in a negative connotation, but what has made me this way. And I, you know, I often tell people, like, I like me, but being me is the bonus. And I know, like, if I could experience me, I think you know, I would like that. So some of you are seeing, you know, where you've come from and how far you've come that made you who you are. And like I said, it feels like you're experiencing yourself for the first time. Which, like I said, it feels good. Let me tell you, there's no better feeling than experiencing you in totality. So like I said, some of you could be in this energy, or some of you, you know, this energy could have already passed for you. And it says, what kinds of recurrent situations or people do I attract? What kinds of lessons might they have about myself? So some of you, you know, in this period of review, reflecting, looking back, you know, you may be noticing that you keep attracting the same type of situations or the same type of people. So normally when you notice that happening, it's like, you know, it's actually looked at, you know, in the spiritual community as, you know, an awakening. And sometimes this all happens, you know, within you by yourself, but sometimes you're brought up against other people that play out as mirrors. So what kind of lessons might they have about you is showing you, like, you attract what you are in a sense, but, you know, opposites attract as well. So if you're attracting a lot of people that are like you, it's because, you know, you guys may resonate on the same frequency. But if you're noticing that you're attracting people and places or things that you don't really understand why, it's because they're bringing up a part of you that you either try to hide, a part of you that you have not fully accepted within yourself, and it plays out that way so that you can learn the lesson. And it can play out in all different ways. I believe I've said in one of my first readings that I've ever, you know, done on YouTube, even on when I had another channel before it got basically taken down, was that this plays out a lot. Like, it's more prominent in the work environment. So you can notice this coming up, and maybe coming up with coworkers, but that doesn't exclude family, friends, you know, your partner, and all of that. And we are, you know, we have Mercury in Libra right now, and we have Venus in Libra right now. So which Libra represents, you know, partnerships, relating, how you relate. Mercury is communicating, and, you know, Venus is that planet of love. So, you know, for some of you, it could be definitely playing out in that realm. And that's love in all realms and aspects, not just relationships. So don't, you know, get caught on that. But it just feels like, you know, some of you are trying to figure out, you know, honestly, like, who you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the first sign of, transformation, is the awareness. It is the awareness. So for the mid-month, like I said, some of you could already be in this energy. This energy may be what's to come for you, or, this is energy that you've already worked through. Because if it's energy that you already worked through, what it's basically telling me is like, for, from mid-month, you may be like almost seeing, how can I put it, like the work that you've put in to learn these lessons, to stop attracting, certain situations or people or things that, wasn't resonating with you. So yes, I like this. Let's just dig a little deeper. Let's see what's going on. And look, as I see that, look, the Two of Pentacles, trying to, figure it out, trying to come into a balance. So in regards to this energy and spread, what messages do we need for the mid-month, for the collective? Because no matter what, like every experience has, something to show us. Whether the experience was positive or negative, there's something to, be learned. And I hate when I start channeling how my nose itches. I hate it. But what's going on in regards to this energy and spread for the foundation? For the foundation, like, why did I even say foundation? Some of you, you may be building, a new foundation within yourself, with another person. What's going on for the collective? Because that came through as I seen the Ace of Pentacles, which is, looked at as, a stable, solid foundation, a new beginning. That's, real, it's practical, it's tangible, it's secure. I almost feel like I want to say like mounted. So what's going on in the energy in the collective as it pertains to the mid-month energy? Give me one more. Just, also seeing the Ten of Swords, which is making me feel like there's, tens are endings. They're endings, but it's almost like what that Ten of Swords made me feel is like a negative way of thinking that may have ended for some of you. The bottom of the deck is, we have the Two of Wands with the Ten of Swords. So some of you are Ten of Swords. Some of you are, feeling like you're at this, energy of a crossroads maybe, ready for a new beginning. And like I said, you're reviewing, past people, places, and things that you may have separated from, things that may have ended, things that, like I said, the negative mindset, because it is swords, and it's like you've ended that. And it's like with the Eight of Cups, emotionally, it's like you've almost, detached from it, because you could have been, holding on to, that person, that job, that mindset. But with the Eight of Cups, it's like, emotionally, you're detached from it, and you're, looking forward. The 8 always leads to the 10. And this 10, that you're looking at is the 10 of Pentacles, which is, having that solid, secure, you know, foundation. It's stability. It's, you know, loyalty I'm getting, because the Ten of Swords could also be like a betrayal. And you're headed for the sun. You know, you're going after, you know, what makes you happy with that energy here. And coming out of this place of lack with the Five of Pentacles. Feeling, you know, less than. For some of you, you could feel left out in the cold by someone. But it's like now, you know, you're taking this experience or whatever it was, you know, this is almost giving me Emperor vibes, this King of Pentacles. And we do know that it's masculine energy, but it is, you know, giving me the energy of like, you're serious about this new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles there. You're serious about, like I said, setting a foundation with the Four of Pentacles, because the Three of Pentacles is looking, you know, it's like, it's not looking, but it's the start of a foundation being built. It's collaborating, but you're already at the Four. It's like, you know what you want, and you're really, you know, just almost in a way like trying to protect that and still stay grounded. You're just unsure of how to, in a way, like, put some action behind it. Figuring out how you know, how you may, or how you are going to do this. But this is all good energy. I like it. Let's see what actually comes out. So why is this, how have I become more me? And what am I like? Tell me about that energy. Collected, or how, I'm not saying more me, how have I become me, and what am I like? What do you like? Why is this here, Spirit? So what we have out for, you know, how have I become me and what am I like? We have Justice, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So because there's two questions on here, I'm already getting it two different kind of ways. For some of you, with Justice and the Queen of Cups, how you have become who you are could have been through, you know, a very strict but loving, you know, authority figure. It is the Queen of Cups here, which is, you know, water energy. But, you know, if you're in feminine energy right now, you know, how you have become you was by, you know, some of you may have had, like I said, a strict or, you know, loving, a strict but loving, you know, mother figure, or it could be a father figure. It doesn't just have to be a woman, but it was an authority figure that, you know, like almost didn't play any games, but was still caring and nurturing and compassionate with, you know, the love that they gave you. Because for some of them, they didn't allow, you know, heartbreak and, you know, upsets or losses and things of the past. They almost didn't allow that to hinder how they raised you. They were, you know, very clear, honest, balanced with that Justice card there. And it's like they almost provided you with a nurturing childhood that was, from what it seems like here, it was, you know, full of love. Even after what they've been through. That's at the bottom. The Eight of Swords. So like I said, some of you are not, didn't see this with this Eight of Swords here as a child. You know, or, you know, as something that contributed to how you became who you are. But for some of you, you know, it could also be the reverse. Like you had, you know, a very authoritative, you know, mother who, you know, due to things of her past heartbreaks, past situations and things that, you know, resulted in this Three of Swords energy, she could have been emotionally, you know, very selfish, you know, only giving that love, you know, to herself, only nurturing to herself, which left you to fend for yourself as a child. You know, so you gotta be able to, you know, the energy, like I always say, can be vice versa or interchangeable. And, you know, it's like, that's what's kept you, you know, in this state of, you know, the Eight of Swords. It kind of made you fearful of emotions. You know, it kind of, you know, it puts you more into your head. And some of you are, you know, may even be in that resentful energy with this Four of Cups, not realizing, you know, some of you could have wished for, you know, a different, you know, a more nurturing feminine energy. But if you're on the other side of that, you know, it made you, like, it's almost like, dang, this is coming through crazy. Like, it made you, like, always offer your cup out because you came from love. You know, you offered out love. And, you know, had you, you know, even like in some instance, like elevated, you know, higher than whoever this figure is sitting as the Empress. Like it made you love yourself more. It made you more caring and nurturing to yourself as well as others. Well, like I say, it goes both ways, and it's like, well, what do you like with this energy here? It's made you fear with the Justice card here. You know, for some of you, it's like you kind of like almost followed in your mother's footsteps, but it's like you may have tweaked it along the way. But what you're like is like you're fair, you're balanced, you're rational, you're, you know, authoritative, but with a subtle touch. Because again, I'm just feeling like this Three of Swords, which I'm going to clarify. This Three of Swords is making me feel like, excuse me, is making me feel like how can I put it? Like, almost like any pain or heartbreaks or upset that you may have went through as an adult. It's kind of giving me an energy of learning, like you learned how to lick your own wounds and, you know, almost be able to like empathize with others who may have not had that experience. Well, let me look at the Three of Swords and then we'll move on to the next one. Tell me about the Three of Swords. So for some of you, with the moon coming out for the Three of Swords, it almost, for some of you, it made you hide the hurt that was felt by, you know, I hate to call it selfish, but just like a self-serving authority figure, whether it was a mother or a father, or, you know, even if you were raised by an aunt, uncle, grandmother. It's like you hid this hurt and heartbreak that you've experienced in childhood. And then, like, it almost made you feel small as this Page of Pentacles. But still, like, always wanting, you know, a more stable foundation. And it may have, you know, caused you to run with the Seven of Swords to, you know, other people, places, and things that you've seen as a more, like, reliable authority figure with this Hierophant here. But it could also be like, how can I put it? Like, honestly, for some of you, it may have caused you to, you know, manipulate as an adult. But for some of you, it, you know, if you're on the opposite end of that energy, what it did was, you know, the moon is mystery. You know, it almost made people figure out, like, how do you do this? Like, it caused an air of mystery around you, like, because of maybe, you know, like I said, pain and heartbreak that may have happened to you as a child. It's not even so far as masking it. You just, you know, it put an air of mystery around you. And how, like, people perceive you. But it was like, because you didn't let, like, you always stayed open to, you know, the possibility of new experiences as this Page of Pentacles. And with the Seven of Swords, it's like, how can I explain this Seven of Swords? Because, you know, people look at it as being, like, sneaky, manipulative, self-serving. I think you just learned how to, like, almost serve your higher self, and not in a selfish manner. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it almost makes me feel like, although, you know, you were in this Page of Pentacles energy, you know, it's like almost like staying optimistic in a way for always, you know, like almost like my time will come, my time will come. It's like you, like, didn't, you know, try to manipulate or get over on, you know, people, places, or things. And that in turn, like, elevated you. You know, it wasn't like, I feel like it wasn't based in a false foundation, because that's what I'm getting off of the Seven of Swords and the Hierophant. I hope like you guys are understanding it, because like the way, yeah, we got the Four of Wands. So it's like it made, you know, for some of you, you know, like I said, hide the fact that you wanted this stable foundation and home. On the opposite side, it's almost like people are trying to figure out again, like, how are you able to be this solid? So it put an air of mystery around you. But it's almost like for some of you, it's because you faced, you know, who you are. You know, you face that, you know, that side of you that, you know, a lot of us keep hidden. And for some of you, this is what you need to do. You need to bring out, you know, what you're hiding with the shadow. You need to bring it to the forefront. Or, you know, this will become illuminated to you and how you can obtain this Four of Wands energy, whether it's with another person, place, or thing. And especially like if you're a masculine energy, that's what you're, you know, you could definitely be facing right now. And there may be a feminine energy that can help you, you know, or that is, you know, maybe available to you. It could be like a soulmate connection that's showing, you know, that can be like almost like a light to show you. But let's see, what kinds of recurrent situations or people do you attract? And what kinds of lessons might they have about yourself? One more. I think this is one. Give me one more. I know I felt that Emperor. Alright, so what we have out is the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So what kinds of people or reoccurring situations do you attract? And it's like for some of you, you could, you know, you could be, if you came from that authoritative family member or, you know, authority figure in your past, it's like almost like you attracted that same energy. Yes, the Queen of Swords, which we will clarify because I feel like she definitely needs some clarification. She is, you know, very practical, rational. You know, she speaks her truth. You know, she has a way with words. But it was almost like what you've attracted was like people that you always constantly had to like spar or have a war of words with. People that were rash, like they may have seemed like they were, you know, this rational Queen of Swords energy, but it almost makes me feel like they were this Knight of Swords energy. And for some of you, you know, that's what you, in situations you were attracting were, you know, impulsive actions and communications. You know, like I always say, like I feel like a war of words. And what kinds of lessons did they have about your, or what kinds of lessons might they have about, you know, yourself is, you know, like they could be, you know, like I said, for some of you, this is playing out as like people coming into your experience and awareness as a mirror. But as this high priestess, the lesson is for you to learn how to, you know, almost like be more solid in yourself, where some of you may be, you know, juggling with that, how can I put it, juggling with like how you do that. You know, for some of you, it calls you to hold back. It calls you to, like, in a way, like, hoard your energy. Because I get hoarding off of that Four of Pentacles. But like I said, if you're a masculine energy, like I felt that Emperor off of that King of Pentacles. And it's like you're, you know, you're sitting there, you're in review of this as this Emperor. For some of you, like I said, you're wanting that, you know, happy family, you know, stability and vibe. And just to clarify that, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And like I said, I felt that Ten of Cups. That's what you're looking for. But it's like you are having a hard time. It could be overthinking, stressing. There could be some anxiety attached to how you obtain this. But let's look. I'm going to clarify these together. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Give me the energy on that together. Because it's almost like I said, you were, you know, you were attracting people in situations that seemed like they were in this solid, you know, grounded Queen of Swords energy, but they were really like rash and impulsive, and it's almost like use their words to cut. But for some of you, you know, it's like, it was just like, I just keep getting the war of words, like who can cut deeper. And you know, this could be, like I said, work, family, love, whatever. But tell me about the Queen of Swords and Knight of Swords together. Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Oh my God. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So what that's making me feel like, especially with them being both aces, it's like, how can I put this? It's almost making me feel like that's how, you know, love and stability is supposed to be. Like, that's what, like, it's like, for some of you, that's how you perceived, you know, passion to be. Like, oh, if I argue with you, that means I love you. And oh, if, you know, as long as we got, you know, money, you know, this is how it's supposed to be. Something to that effect. But with Judgment here, I almost feel like it's a lesson that, you know, it's not true. Because, like, almost like, especially with this judgment card, it's making me feel like, you know, that's the lesson in seeing that love isn't supposed to be based on, you know, passion or desires. For some of you, it could have been sex and money with both of these here. And that's like all that you were able to, you know, communicate about. There was no emotion with this Five of Cups here. And it was like, for some of you, it was a way to like emotionally manipulate them or you, and be like almost a way to keep, you know, options open. That Knight of Wands is coming through, you know, as like flighty energy. So whether you were this person in a connection or a situation, or, you know, it was like you never really planted your feet. You always were, you know, out chasing the next best thing. And whatever that was, but it was always based in desires and practical things. There was no emotion. And for some of you, you know, that's what, you know, you initially like cheated yourself out of emotional fulfillment. So now you're seeking that. And the lesson that you're learning is like through clarity with the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles coupled with this Ten of Pentacles is, hold on. That being solid and secure within yourself is what like attracts in that Ten of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. Getting down to the truth of, you know, why you're attracting this. But I believe like that clarity is coming in, especially with this High Priestess. Because some of you, you know, like I said, you didn't, it's like, it just caused you to like hoard and juggle. So what's this High Priestess energy? Why is the High Priestess here? Tell me about the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? So we have the Empress and the King of Cups. Which is like, for some of you, especially if you're a masculine, your intuition is like trying to tell you like you have to mother yourself. You have to learn how to like mother or, you know, parent yourself with this Empress and King of Cups energy. Like you have to like allow yourself to like feel these emotions that as the King of Cups you may try to hide or hold in. But for some of you, there is an Empress energy whose masculine side matches your feminine side. And they may be shown to you as well. And like I said, it could be vice versa. Just take it how it resonates. Because we know the High Priestess is, it's higher learning. Some of you could be learning from this Empress energy how to nurture yourself. And they may be offering, this new foundation to you as the Page of Pentacles. And it's making me feel like, especially as the Empress energy, like if it is another person, whether male or female, they embody all the queens. Because for, normally the pages are, males. But as this, on this card is a female. She could be younger, but she's solid. Like, her foundation game is strong. Her stability, support, security game is super strong. Because that's the only queen that's missing. And whether, this could be a male too, like I said. And if you're a female, this could be a male showing this to you. And because, they may be younger, it's like you kind of doubt that stability within them, but they're showing up as the Empress. And they're grown, wow. Wow. So let me get the guidance or advice for y'all. Ooh. Like I said, I'll do one for each element. And since we're in, everybody's here. We have air, we have water, we have earth and fire with that wand. So everybody's here. But more specifically, we have Cancer, Pisces. Well, Cancer, Pisces, Libra, and Taurus, and Libra. There's like I said, everybody's here, but the most prominent ones. And there's Cancer in that High Priestesses too, as well. So what's the guidance or advice in regards to this mid-month energy for the collective? What's the guidance or advice? What's the guidance or advice as it pertains to this mid-month energy for the collective? Start with the earth signs. What's the guidance or advice for the earth signs? Alright, so for the earth signs, we have a storm warning. I think everybody, may even be facing, the storm warning to me is like a tower moment, like a shift or a change. And being that we are in Virgo season, it's you know, this advice, being that it's for the earth energy that we are currently in, there could be, you know, some type of tower moment, you know, coming. But what it's doing is it's like clearing the way for you to be able to, you know, see whether this is a pattern or something that needs to be broken down within you so that you can move forward and seeing, you know, the possibilities to get to a more balanced place. And like I said, the only queen we were missing was the Queen of Pentacles, and there she is, the woman holding the coin. Like I said, some of you could be going towards another person, you know, through this realization or sudden like epiphany or change that may be happening. But let's go to the air signs. So for the air signs, we have, you know, indecision. So some of you may be feeling like there's, like, for some of you, you may feel like you're at a crossroads in regards to love. But with the angel of love here, it's like almost like they're coming through to guide you, you know, for which way you need to go to get to that, you know, that blossom in abundance, to obtain that 10 of Pentacles and close out the cycle. And again, those opportunities will open up for you as well. Water signs. What's the guidance or advice for water signs? Water signs. Of course, water signs, you will get to. So for water signs, you have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, and we have the financial constraints. So for water signs, this mid-month energy is almost going to have you like voicing your concerns, speaking your truth in regards to what, you know, is no longer serving you, so that you can come out of this. Is that financial constraints is almost like the 5 of Pentacles. For some of you, you may be communicating with someone who you feel like put you, you know, out in the cold, or whether you did this to them. There could be some communication around that. Or at least, you know, that's what you're planning. For some of you, you could be like planning a way to, you know, voice what you need in regards to a job with strategy here. I just feel like there's a plan. But like I said, I also feel like with this strategy card, by you voicing and speaking your truth and exercising that throat chakra, I almost feel like if you're in this state of, you know, financial constraints or energy, time, effort, you know, you're feeling like you're lacking in some areas, there's almost a plan that Spirit has, and I feel like it's help. Some type of help may be coming in for you. And then we have the fire signs. What's the guidance and advice for the fire signs? So for the fire signs, we have the angel of strength. So the guidance and advice for you is like, it's almost making me feel like learn how to, you know, exude strength, but not by way of control. Like, this angel of strength is going to come in to show you what true strength is. Because normally on the traditional strength card, you know, she's trying to tame the lion, trying to control it. For some of you, this angel of strength is coming in to show you like how to release control, and that you don't have to control, because like almost by relinquishing that control is how you bring in abundance and close out that cycle of almost being like manipulative with that hostilities cards. You know, always, it's making me feel like with that hostilities card, it's, you know, always feeling like you have to compete, be in competition. You know, that's what I'm feeling for the fire signs. So that is the mid-month reading. I definitely hope, and I apologize, but this channeling came through strong in regards to this message. So, like I said, if it resonated for you, you know, great, all the better. If not, it's just not your reading, your story, or your energy, and that's fine. I will say, especially with this Page of Pentacles, we all, with this mid-month energy, is learning how to almost like alter the foundations that we have within ourselves, and that way we can, you know, put forth the energy of, you know, creating something solid and real. Yeah, so this was I like this. This was nice. But as always, I thank you for tuning in with me, sending, you know, love and light out to you all. You know, with this mid-month energy, we do have the full moon energy on the 21st, which I will be doing a reading for that too, and it is in Pisces. But, you know, the weekend vibe reading will be out before then. So definitely, you know, if it resonated, take a look at the monthlies, or feel free to look at any of the other readings that you're drawn to by the title, just to see like what the energy is going to be like for this month. But for the mid-month, you know, it's almost like a change in course for everyone, like a course correction. So it feels good, it feels positive, very positive. So again, thank you, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, later.